Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Even at 40 years old, LeBron James is very important to the Lakers, both in terms of scoring and leadership. He was playing at a high level until he suffered the injury. After that, the Lakers lost a series of games and are falling in the Western Conference standings. NBA analysts say that the Lakers do not want to disclose the severity of LeBron James' injury and will try to get him back to play, even though he is injured. According to one analyst, the type of injury that LeBron James suffered means that in order for him to fully recover, he will have to miss practically the season. However, information from the Lakers says that he will be back in 2 or 3 games. Charles Barkley reports the opposite and says that if LeBron returns to play now, he will still be injured and may perform much less. NBA analyst scares fans and says that LeBron James is out for the season. Lakers fans hope Barkley is wrong and LeBron James returns as soon as possible to lead the Lakers back to victory. Charles Barkley stated that LeBron James will not play again this season due to injuries. The Los Angeles Lakers are trying to tread water while LeBron James recovers from a strained groin. He hurt himself against the Boston Celtics last weekend and was given a timeline of being out at least 2 weeks. This is part of the reason why they are so happy they were able to acquire Luka Doncic. Doncic can now help carry the team while James is recovering from his injury. Injuries are becoming more frequent with James now that he is 40 years old. They will only continue to pile up as Father Time starts to catch up with him. With James in the lineup, the Lakers are certainly a contender to win the NBA championship. He is still one of the best players in the league. Charles Barkley doesn't seem to think that James is going to return to play for the Lakers this year. In fact, he thinks that he has played his last minutes for the team this year. He wasn't going to play anyway. LeBron's probably out for the rest of the season. I don't see him coming back. We don't have to ask his agent. Barkley seems to think that James is done for the year with that groin strain. That would be very bad news for the Lakers if that turns out to be true. Los Angeles has lost 4 straight games, so they clearly need James back as soon as possible. The Lakers are not a title contending team if James is not out there. The Lakers are in a very tough part of their schedule. They have slid back to 5th in the Western Conference standings with the losing streak they are in. Getting James back is imperative for them to continue their surge up the standings. If he were lost for the season, this year would be a lost cause. It remains to be seen if and when James will return. He continues to do everything he can to recover. So far this season, James is averaging 25 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 8.5 assists per game. LeBron James injury update. The Lakers were on a nice 18-3 run since mid-January. That is a good record. Nice job. Then, on March 8, LeBron James left a game against the Boston Celtics with a groin injury. LA lost that game and the 2 following. Recovery is ongoing, as it often is, but the Lakers are not exactly the deepest team. They were built as a 2-star outfit before the Luka Doncic trade, and they were pretty much built to be the same afterward. If you lose half of your stars, you start to lose games. Subscribe to the Whiteboard, Fansided's daily email newsletter on everything basketball. If you like the Whiteboard, share it with a friend. If you don't like it, share it with an enemy. I guess that's it then. LeBron is going to retire, and so will Luka probably. Basketball in LA is dead. What other team? Let's not be hasty. According to Jovan Buha on Twitter, it may not be so bad. LeBron James is now day-to-day, baby. That's my GOAT right there. Usually injury rehabilitation slows down as you get older, and, for an NBA player, LeBron is super mega special old. But he is making his way back to game ready remarkably quickly. Again. Both relatively and just in a regular normal human sense. Sometimes I get the impression he could lose an appendage in a tragic asparagus cutting accident, regrow the missing limb, and be back on the floor in 3 to 4 weeks. He might have also learned to play Mario Kart 64 with his knees in the meantime. His favorite course would probably be Toad's Turnpike because he's a freak. The Lakers really could use LeBron. I bet most teams could, actually. 2 games ago, they lost to the Brooklyn Nets. Gabe Vincent was their leading scorer. All the respect in the world to Gabe Vincent, but if his 24 points are leading your team's charge, then you look closer to a lottery team than an NBA Finals hopeful. For their remaining 18 games of the season, the Lakers have the 4th most difficult schedule by opponent winning percentage, according to Tonkathon.com. With the Golden State Warriors and Minnesota Timberwolves charging up the Western Conference standings and the Houston Rockets finding their footing again, the Lakers are at risk of falling from 4th place in the conference to a play-in spot. LeBron's return is welcome. At least to people who want to see him back. It's hard to watch basketball if you don't want to see LeBron though. I recommend getting over it. The information provided by the Lakers about LeBron's real situation is confusing and lacking in emphasis. Lakers' JJ Redick provides the latest injury updates on LeBron James and Rui Hachimura. The Los Angeles Lakers are in the midst of a 4-game losing streak and they are falling down the Western Conference standings very quickly. In such a tightly contested conference, every game matters, and the Lakers have fallen short of late. Part of this has been due to injuries hitting this team at the worst time. Star forward LeBron James has been out for a week due to a groin injury that he suffered. Forward Rui Hachimura has also missed some time due to an injury. Additionally, so has center Jackson Hayes, leaving the Lakers very short-handed at a crucial time in the season. However, head coach JJ Redick has provided a big update on the status of all 3 players. Redick has said that it's possible all 3 could return within the next week. The first-year head coach pointed out that it could be within 2 days or 7, but they are all close to returning. This is great news for a Lakers team that is reeling right now. With all the injuries, the Lakers have quickly fallen from being the number 2 seed in the West to now being the number 5 seed. But if they can get their players back fairly soon, they should be able to right the ship. Before the injuries all hit, the Lakers were on fire, winning 8 straight games. As long as the Lakers are healthy for the postseason, they believe that they can compete against anyone in the NBA. With James and co-star Luka Doncic running the show, Los Angeles is as dangerous as anyone in the entire league. Health is of the utmost importance and the hope is that these key players can return to the lineup sooner rather than later. The playoff seeding for the Lakers likely depends on them returning to the team soon. Ranking every injured Lakers player by who fans should be most worried about. Is there a doctor in the house? If the Los Angeles Lakers were a video game, they'd be Fortnite. Start with a lot of players, then winnow it down until there's only one left. That one player is Austin Reeves, who is going to attempt to take on the Denver Nuggets single-handedly on Friday night. It may sound like an exaggeration, but it isn't far from the truth. LeBron James and Rui Hachimura continue to miss time. Jackson Hayes is about to miss his 4th straight game, and Dorian Finney-Smith will again be out after returning from a 1-game absence against the Bucks. Gabe Vincent and Luka Doncic are new injury report additions. Reeves might need to match Kobe Bryant's 81 points to give LA a chance against Nikola Jokic and company. The Nuggets are favored by 15.5 points according to Vegas, which is a spread typically reserved for a Thunder Wizards matchup in OKC. It's a difficult spot to be in for the Lakers, who have already lost 3 straight and desperately need to get healthy before they can begin winning games again. Meanwhile, the rest of the West is gearing up to pass LA by. The Nuggets and Grizzlies are already a game up. The Rockets are tied with the Lakers for the 4th seed. Even the Warriors and Timberwolves are within range at 3 and 3.5 games back respectively thanks to their matching 6-game winning streaks. If the Lakers want to avoid the play-in game, they need to rub some dirt in it and get back on the court. Lakers fans are panicking, but which players should have them the most worried? Let's rank every player that is set to miss tonight's game. 6. Gabe Vincent. Of the 6 players on our list, Vincent is the least essential to what the Lakers do, but he's still important. He came up clutch in the overtime win over the New York Knicks last week with 3 late 3-pointers, and he nearly helped the Lakers steal the game against the Nets on Monday with a team-high 24. Vincent has been very durable this year, playing in 56 out of 64 games. It feels like the Lakers know that they don't have a chance against the Nuggets due to everyone else being injured, so they're giving Vincent's knee a rest rather than overtaxing him. Lakers fans shouldn't be worried about his status going forward. 5. Dorian Finney-Smith. The NBA is a stars league. Everybody other than the Chicago Bulls knows that in order to compete, you need an elite player or two. The Lakers have two of them in LeBron James and Luka Doncic, and another that isn't far off in Austin Reeves. As vital as stars are, the very best teams also have unsung heroes that are essential to winning. Dorian Finney-Smith may be the most unsung and the most essential of these players, and the numbers back it up. Nobody on the Lakers has a better plus-minus than Finney-Smith, and he didn't arrive until after Christmas. Finney-Smith is the platonic ideal of a 3-and-D wing. It's no coincidence that when he arrived, the Lakers almost instantly began playing elite defense, and before he was there, they were a sieve. The Lakers absolutely cannot afford to lose Finney-Smith, but it doesn't seem like his injury is serious. Tonight is the second game of a back-to-back, and he did play 30 minutes against the Bucks last night. A rest day makes perfect sense. If he misses another game after this, then it may be time to worry, but the bet here is that he'll be back against the Phoenix Suns on Sunday. 4. Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes' knee injury has been characterized as a contusion, which is fancy medical speak for a bruise. That doesn't sound like something to worry about, but Friday's absence will make 4 straight for him. Hayes has stepped up in a big way since Anthony Davis was traded away. He's greatly improved his rim protection, while at the same time syncing up with Doncic for a very effective high-low lob combo. The Lakers tried to trade for Mark Williams because they recognized what a gaping hole they had at center without AD. The conspiracy theorists have been working overtime with why exactly the team failed Williams on his physical when he seems to be healthy. Here's an idea for the tinfoil hat crowd: maybe it's because the Lakers realized that Hayes was ready to make a leap. Without Hayes, the Lakers are so overmatched down low that no matter how brilliant James, Doncic, and Reeves are, it's going to be really difficult to overcome, especially in a 7-game series. The Lakers can't afford to rush him back, but they can't afford to be without him either. 3. Rui Hachimura. Of all the banged-up Lakers, nobody has been out for longer than Rui Hachimura. Just like Hayes, Rui has stepped up since Davis was traded away. He's not a star, but he's the definition of a solid player. With stars surrounding him, he's exactly what you want as your 4th or 5th guy. Hachimura is dealing with patellar tendinopathy in his knee. I'm no doctor, but that doesn't sound like a good time. Lakers fans knew that he was ruled out for this road trip, but luckily it sounds like he's ready to return soon, as like Hayes, he's considered day-to-day. Hachimura is essential as a floor spacer and a big body that can help the Lakers remain respectable in the rebounding department, and his return will instantly make them more competitive. The worry here is that the treatment for patellar tendinopathy is basically just to rest it and ice the knee. No surgery, no nothing. So what's to say this won't come back in a week or two, or worse yet, in the playoffs? Lakers fans will be holding their collective breath until the season is over. 2. Luka Doncic. The Lakers are going nowhere without Doncic, that much is sure. He's going to miss tonight's game to manage his calf, a development that comes as a surprise since he's played big minutes since making his Lakers debut. Doncic missed more than a month of playing time after straining his calf on Christmas. Nobody knew it at the time, but that was the last time he would ever put on a Mavericks uniform. He didn't debut with the Lakers immediately after being acquired in early February, instead waiting a few games to make sure his leg was right. Doncic has ramped up since those first few games in purple and gold. He's averaging 38 minutes per game this month, and he just dropped 45 points on the Bucks last night in 36 minutes. Did he strain his calf again, or is this just a smart rest day on the second leg of a back-to-back? My theory is that the Lakers are holding Doncic out to save him from himself. Just as I said that Austin Reeves might need to put up 81 points to beat the Nuggets, I have no doubt that Doncic would try to break Wilt Chamberlain's record if he was surrounded by the B team tonight. Especially after handling such a huge workload last night, this is a smart move to ensure his health going forward. Doncic is so high on this list for 2 reasons. One is that if he does re-injure his calf, the Lakers are dead meat. The other is that calf injuries are notoriously hard to shake, so there'll always be a worry that he could aggravate it again. 1. LeBron James. The Lakers may be Doncic's team someday soon, but for now, LeBron James is still the king. What he's doing in his 22nd season is so ridiculous that ridiculous doesn't begin to describe it.